had with at Sierra Leone. Yeah, we brought in the boxers. Christian Campbell stayed off that activity. He could not contribute at all.
Okay,
he stayed
continue.
off, and later came in using people to undermine our success story. That we've hosted that important competition. Again, thanks to the government of Sierra Leone for giving us all necessary support, financially, morally, and every otherwise, to ensure we host that particular competition.
Definitely.
And we are also preparing for the return leg in the UK.
Definitely, we'll get back to you, and of course, we extend also invites to Christian Campbell to get his own side because a ban has been placed on him. Quickly, we go over to Mini League. We are in the Aberdeen Community Football Team through to the semi-final round of the COFA Inter-Community Football League, following their one win against defending champions KTR at the Parade Grounds on Monday. Here is the report. Parade Ground hosted hundreds of supporters who witnessed the match between defending champions KTR and Aberdeen Community Football teams. The highly contested match saw outstanding performance from either side. Kuto Road Community Football team dominated the first half with a couple of chances squandered away. The second half of the game saw a U-turn in terms of skills and performance as the more revamped Aberdeen FC played their heart with a top-notch teamwork and coordination. That eventually earned them the only goal that gave Aberdeen qualification to the semi-finals. Bangali Koma scored the goal. The win was a great feat for them.
If you see how we go, see this game, the keeper away of the come from Bakole, and get the fatigue when they show up due to the national goal this morning. Whereby they have to come this morning, may affect them. So I think we improvise. I think come take as go strike. Later on, and cooperation, same thing again with Bangali, national striker. And you think striker comes with your Bakole investment, Bangali come alive. The aim is that we win this Copa tournament 2021.
Supporters of Kuto Road Community Football Team were left disappointed. The parade Aberdeen Community, well, the Central, the Executive Committee of COFA is yet to come out with a decision relating to the match that happened between Fullertown Community and that of Kisi Community. I spoke with the chairman, Philip Sinclair Cole, on phone to confirm that a decision is yet to be taken. Well, of course, like you heard from the president who spoke about his leadership quality, the successes he has achieved as president of the Football Federation within the year, I have been joined in the studio by Mohammed Simbi Koroma to give analysis in relation to that statement. Hello and welcome to Sports Update, Simbi.
Good afternoon, Esther, and thanks for having me.
You heard from the president speaking about infrastructural development, the games played in all categories, and of course, the team's qualification, the under-20 category to the Nations Cup. What is your take about the updates from the president?
Well, of course, it is quite inspiring because we all know football in Sierra Leone is taking a different trend. It's actually moving now with a modern trajectory because we all know facility in football has the tendency of even motivating the players to do well. So the Sierra Leone Football Association has actually been doing exceptionally well when it comes to having artificial turf and also ensuring that football is very, very attractive. Now, when you go to various across the country, whether in Freetown or out of Freetown, you see now the momentum of football, especially with this artificial turf. Before now, you certain players, you cannot see the talents that they actually have because of the dangers of the field. It is difficult to even get the ball control because having huge rocky field, etc., etc. These are all challenges. But with this particular development by the Sierra Leone Football Association, I think it's actually an eye-opener that has set the stage for more football, more progressive football in Sierra Leone. Now you see, for example, Samara, before going to you directly. Now we see, for example, Abdullahi Juma Ba. You see how exceptionally he did for Real Valladolid. You know, if you look at artificial turf in Sierra Leone, even though, for example, you say over there they have those modern field, etc., etc. But if you can able to get in terms with artificial turf in Sierra Leone through Sierra Leone Football Association, I believe this will help you to be able to perform well in whatever stage you find yourself.
And of course, I had you analyzing about one of the games you watch in these mini leagues at Approved School. Yes. And you were talking about the facelift of the Approved School and the supporters that were there. I heard you discussing and giving analysis the way that particular facelift has captured the attention of a whole lot of people within the eastern vicinity.
Yes, of course, it was good on Sunday. Bromalin community versus Kuntolo community. It was very, very motivating match. In fact, Esther Marisa Moura, what was quite inspiring was seeing elderly women. We are dancing, celebrating for Kuntolo after a very, very tight match. Because these particular communities, these are neighboring communities of which before the match there have been very, very tough speculations of whether Bromalin community is going to defeat Kuntolo community or Kuntolo community is going to defeat Bromalin community. But in a whole, it was good that Joseph Cleveland was the decider who scored a very, very exceptional goal, and it was very, very good.
Congress is something that is very much important when it comes to football governance.
Yeah. And
since the president took over, he has held one Congress at Radisson Blu. Yeah. And during his statements, he mentioned that there are code of ethics that are being amended, and of course awaiting Congress approval. Don't you think that the delayance of this Congress is causing mayhem, and it is high time for the Football Federation to reconsider their decision of hosting the Congress?
Yeah, it's challenging because a Congress like that, the purpose of that particular Congress is to ensure best progress will come in the footballing world.
Definitely.
But if there is delay in that particular aspect of it, I believe it's really, really challenging, and it is not good for Sierra Leone Football Association, and generally it is not good for sports administrators and even those that are playing the football match. Because mark you, for Sierra Leone specifically, football has a lot of attention as compared to other sporting activities. So if this particular Congress is to be set up, I believe it has to be swift, because the more the merrier, and also, as they say,
and the elective Congress is next year.
So yeah, it's next year, you see. That is the reality. And in fact, delaying will cause mayhem, as you rightly put it, and also it will also splinter many people into factions, and that one is actually not good for Sierra Leone football.
Now, there was an issue. We'll come back to this video. We are in the reappointed chairman, Victor Lewis, and there are controversies surrounding his reappointment. But during the press conference at the Foreign Affairs Ministry, Victor Lewis said the 2023-2024 league season was a success, though they faced challenges, and they promised to give the championship and runners-up money before the commencement of the next league season at the end of this month, or probably early November. Here is an excerpt of his statement.
$80,000, which is 1.9 billion by then. Government of Sierra Leone gave 2.9 billion. Put together is 4.8 billion between government and Leone. You understand? 18 Premier League clubs. Each club was given 185 million euros, which is 3.3 billion. When you look, the Premier League is run at least 60 million euros weekly for 9 games, an average, to pay referees, match commissioner, referees assessor, medical, security, and all these things. If you check that figure, it's a little bit over 2 billion. So just the Premier League clubs and those match officials don't take a total of 5.3 billion. The when Leo and government don't give 4.8 billion. The Premier League we don't know. Even though, like I said, it was not 100%, because it was October.
This October.
Over, it is also really.
That was Victor Lees, the chairman of the Premier League board, even though there are controversies currently surrounding his appointment. But Simbi, the chairman mentioned the fact that they secured close to 4.5 billion, of which they got 2.9 billion from the government and then $80,000 from the sponsors doing work. And with that money, 185 million euros each was given to the 18 Premier League clubs, which amounts to 3.5 billion. And the remaining money was given to the match commissioners, the referees, and other people. And so for that reason, he said there was no money for the champions. What's your take?
Well, it is really unfortunate, because being a champion and also you being recognized has been one of the things that has pushed the Sierra Leone Premier League forward. But unfortunately, getting this particular statement from the chairman for this particular issue has a lot of controversial points of view, as you rightly said, because sport lovers, sport administrators, they all have their point of view of whether there is misappropriation of those particular monies. But coming from the chairman of Sierra Leone Premier League board saying that they utilized the money well, according to him. But for me, they did not utilize the money well, because utilizing that particular money without giving an amount of money to Bow Rangers, I don't think it's they really utilize the money well.
Alhaji Koma, I must bring you on, because in 2019, when the Premier League was resurrected, I will put it that way, you were the head of media. That board was headed by the current executive director of the National Sports Authority, Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, and you were the head of that particular media team. Tell us, is it wise, or is it something that has also usually been happening, the champions not going home with the championship money? What you got right in that 2018-2019 league season that was missing in the past form?
I believe you brought me in on this topic because of my expertise, knowing very well that I did serve as a board member in that particular Premier League board, managing the affairs of the media. What I believe in is the fact that going into any organization of a sporting event, you must prepare a targeted budget with specifications on items to handle, areas of officiating, seed money to clubs, field preparation and management, ticketing, media, prize money is a must and very paramount, because it is the attraction, or when you sound the prize money, it makes the competition more competitive. It's a source of motivation as well. So with such money being announced, I'm not saying the money was misappropriated, but what I would emphasize on here or stick on is the fact that with such money being announced, there must have been priority for the prize money. It is very important, especially when the gap between the end of the league and the start of the other league is not too far. clubs will have to go to the market to buy more players, to rejuvenate their squads, to fill in departments that they think have problems.
So don't you think 185 million all Lions was too huge to be given as seed monies to these clubs?
Honestly, I don't want to target the amount. That is Victor Luis' dispensation. He's a passionate chairman of a board. He has served before now and he's still serving. However, in our own case, we prioritize to ensure the league is effective from the start to the end and competitive. We targeted monies provided for clubs, especially for traveling to honor fixtures, because that's another major challenge when it comes to competitions of a Premier League nature. However, immediately we finished the league, we were able to provide the seed money to the clubs without any waste of time. We provided seed money to the clubs in 2 trenches, first leg and second leg, to ensure it, because we had the money or the opportunity to have provided all 100% to each club. But we did it deliberately because we don't want any club to take advantage of having the money in your hand and misusing it. So we deliberately shared the money into 2, giving them first tranche for the first leg and second tranche. Before the end of the final matches, the packages for the championship or trophy money were already in place. Thanks to the current executive director of the National Sports Authority, Emmanuel Safar. We all know him to be a forthright man who always wants the best for this country, and he thinks this country can triumph through sport if all other walks of life or departments, all other ministries can do their level best to lift the image and make things simpler for this country. The ED, that is Emmanuel Safar, also believes sport will change the trajectory in this country, because sports create jobs for people, sports gives opportunity for people, and in that league, you out of home-based players, playing Sierra Leone Premier League, building houses for their families, buying luxury cars, celebrating in the country. It was so attractive that players from Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea, and the surrounding sub-region we are running to Sierra Leone to come and play the Sierra Leone Premier League. It was not about the money. It was about the structuring of the league and the departmental execution of the delegated responsibilities that were given to every department to ensure a successful Premier League.
Well, quickly, there are controversies relating to the appointment of Victor Luis, as we saw 2 releases from the Football Federation, even though the executive director of NSA said they are already on the verge of bringing everyone on board. But this was what the president of the Football Federation, Thomas Dadibema, said in relation to that matter.
If you not register, you don't have to blame us. The Premier League board, everybody wants to know what is happening. The SLFA, since I came, we don't maintain peace all this while. No feds, no day. You don't expect humanity to be 100%. Who say 100% they look inside it, some compromise in one day. This is now one out of many situations, but we'll fix it. We will soon come and make a pronouncement saying we are together, feds not go out and enjoy football.
So, I mean, let's just do a follow-up. Until I make the announcement, the meeting at the status of Victor Luis.
Well, because we don't let one left vacuum. Because we don't want left vacuum. Victor had run a successful league last year. And to me, the honest thing to do is to continue with Victor. But, listen and read my lips. The executive committee, of which I am the head, is responsible for such pronouncement. If when I go back to Article 37, they will tell you, say, what I do, I liaise between the SLFA, the president represents the Federation of Ghana. I liaise between the government of Sierra Leone, FIFA, CAF, and we're full. And so, if there are decisions that will distort or disturb the peace of the game, we can also get them informed. That is just what I'm doing. But I am consulting with my people. If you get begin a class, now then 30 day in class, now begin they can set up, not to bad do. If we don't get everything right, and now we get small in that by this victories in business, we go sort them out. SLFE, we are the same, we are together.
So very good.
President of the Sierra Leone Football Association, Thomas Daddy Bremer. Simbi, you heard from the president, even though there are some little challenges, but they will definitely come as a team and sort out it amicably for the progress of football development. And by the way, Victor Lewis will definitely be retained as the chairman of the board, but they will try as best as they could to bring everyone on board and sort out the discrepancy.
Yeah, of course, they have to do it as swiftly as possible, because a whole lot of issues are surrounding this particular monetary challenge that has befallen Sierra Leone Football Association, especially with the chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. So that is why I'm also happy that NSA, National Sport Authority, which is the regulatory agency, they are also keen on this particular issue, because for Dr. Emmanuel Safabulai, a man whom we know is very, very forthright when it comes to sporting development in Sierra Leone, I know he is also going to take a very, very swift decision in that particular area. But for football to succeed in Sierra Leone, because that amount of money, as you rightly stated, Esther Marie Samoa, I believe if it was utilized well, that is an amount of money that would have sorted all of the issue, whether it's the seed money, whether it's the championship money, etc., etc. But not having a championship money after a whole competition like that was really, really unfortunate. And I believe they need to go to the drawing board. They need to ensure that this particular issue is sorted out. Then it should not or must not repeat itself.
Of course, the board chairman made it categorically clear that before the commencement of this league season, which is expected to commence in less than a month, you understand, they will have definitely given the prize money to Bow Rangers and of course the owners of Bantam FC.
Okay, that will be good.
Yes, Kumba, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just feel the pain of the champion and the runners up. Yeah, imagine Bow Rangers participated in the African Champions League. So they needed that money before their participation, and now that competition is over. But I know Victor Luis, if he's giving his word that definitely they will get their money, let him try as hard as possible for them to receive that money, because thanks to the analyst here who is very explicit in his analysis, you made mention of Emmanuel Safabulai. Safabulai is now owning Luawa FC. With every other sector or department or division of a Premier League club. Under 12, under 15, a female team, cutting across every region now in this country. And this is a young man who is now his name has been dominated in the sporting arena. But he's a fine human rights lawyer, who has been serving humanity in his area as a legal practitioner, also a civil society person who has been able to lift up the good image of this country to our international partners. And with his dispensation, that is why maybe he was chosen by His Excellency the President to see sports overall. Finally, we were able to implement the English system in 2018-2019, where we did not only provide prize money for the champion and the runners-up, it's cut across every participating club to the least club on the league table received prize money.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Alhaji Komba. I must come to you again in relation to the issue that brought you here, which is the ban of Christian Campbell from all boxing related activities. But now, if Christian failed to stop associating himself from the boxing association, what will be your next move?
We're left with no option but to take legal action, and that's not far from our action currently, because I know you know what it means to impersonate an existing office, to sign a document as the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Boxing Association when you, Christian Campbell, participated in the election of the Federation and you nominated me to be re-elected as Secretary General of the Federation. And this happened as recent as April this year, after a year plus. In my office, in my second term office as Secretary General, he went and impersonated and also projecting the image of this country wrongly at the international scene, tarnishing the image of the National Sports Authority, the Ministry of Sport, the Sierra Leone Boxing Federation. In fact, he has even connived with the Boxing Federation in Guinea to tarnish the image, doing all sorts of wrong presentation of this country at international stage. I think we expected much from him as somebody who served the Federation for over 2 decades, over 22 years as Secretary General, that you would have used your experience in office to help promote the current executive. It is just clear that for every sporting dispensation here, every executive term is manned by perpetual succession. Our term of office is 4 years. After that, you go into election for you to renew your mandate or you go out of office. Okay. And if we are in office, your responsibility would have been serve now to help us guide or promote the Federation.
So what's the latest developments relating to the association? The
latest development is that we are preparing now 3 boxers plus coaches for the World Youth Championship in Montenegro. Thanks to the President of the Sierra Leone Boxing Federation, Mr. Solomon D. Cabo, who is the current head of competition for boxing in Africa. And just a couple of weeks back, he was elected to serve as interim president of Zone 2. Okay. That tells you the image of Sierra Leone is growing at the international stage of boxing. And now, by the 20th, our boxer would have been in Montenegro to compete in the World Youth Championship.
Thank you very much, Koban. Quickly, the Prince of Wales Old Boys alumni has at Kenema have turned the sword for a multi-purpose sports building at the school ground. Well, the wall makes provision for major sporting disciplines in the school. The Master of Ceremony, Justice Reginald Sidney Finn, Chairman, talked about this particular one.
We are tasked with organizing the events which the school will use to mark and celebrate the occasion of its turning 100th century, which would be on the 6th of April 2025. We are here today to turn the sword in respect of one of the most significant aspects of the centenary. We call it the legacy project. It is a twofold project. On the one hand, we are hoping to re-equip our band. You know, our school band, the country band, is well loved by many, especially by us Prince Williams, but also well-wishers and non-Prince Williams. So we will re-equip the school band. But secondly, and maybe a more lasting project, is that we will pay honor to the fact that our school excels, not only in science, which we are mainly known for, but our school excels in cricket, athletics, and in many other spheres. And to mark the centenary, we turn to sports, because it's
well, Simbi, as we are rounding off now, what do you think is needed now in football and also sports as a whole? You had from Alhaji Komba placing a ban on an individual. What do you think about sports as a whole in the country and what should be done? Because yesterday that will be dealt with in a subsequent program wherein the NSA director spoke about inclusivity and also the need for, is it economic governance? He had the way he called it, which we are in, like what is happening with boxing will not repeat itself, where they will have a structured elections and those that lost, they will work with the one that are in, and if you think you're not comfortable with working with them, then you walk away from the association. The ED spoke about that yesterday. We'll definitely will be dealing with it by Monday in our program. But what do you make up of sport development in the country?
Well, for me, I believe personally, then finally, there should be collective responsibility. Everyone must take responsibility for whatever, for his or her for progress in sports generally. Then again, and finally also, I believe they need to focus on the progress of the sport rather than personal gains. If we focus on the progress of the sport rather than personal gains, I believe we are going to reach there.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Koba. Many thanks to you for being part of this program. Many thanks to Mohammed Simbi Koma. He is part of the Slbc Sport Desk. And Francis Bernard has been my producer alongside Mohamed Lamin. Today, I have been a presenter, Esther Marisa, saying goodbye. Continue to watch TSBC.